Bonny. Very good morning to you and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
I like the voice.
Thank you for being here, my brother.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. It's broadcasting voice.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Of course, you are here to talk to us about a poem
Yes.
that you've written in honor of our founding president, Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nujoma.
Yeah.
Of course, a revered, gallant son of the soil, perhaps the most gallant of the gallants.
Yeah.
Let's go back to, Saturday evening at midnight.
Yeah.
When much of, and perhaps Sunday morning when, the news really broke, the 9th. What did you first make of this development? And, growing up, what did the name Sam Nujoma mean to you?
Oh, well, my story is actually pretty much long. We can't even finish today. This is the legend, obviously starting from growing up, is that I was born in Malawi, actually, and I grew up under the, reign of Kamuzu Banda in Malawi, and it was pretty much hard. So you had these liberation struggles that you were hearing about, and this is pretty much obvious, especially when it comes to, in regards to our founding, father of Namibia, and I heard about this when I was pretty young, and Kamuzu Banda was not actually, I think a liberation struggle, and we were still waiting to be liberated in Malawi that time, up until, we heard that in 1990s, we heard, about his, coming back and arriving, and taking over and liberating the country and kissing the, the soil like a pope of Roman Catholic, and which was fantastic. So, I mean, then I always wanted, obviously, one day, to meet such people, up until the demise of Kamuzu Banda, and we still saw that Sam Nujoma falls in the same category as Nelson Mandela, Kenneth Kaunda, in all this, Julius Nyerere, in all these people. And we didn't see like Kamuzu Banda. Up until today, we don't feel like we are liberated. When I moved to South Africa and doing the causes and living in South Africa, my father's land as well, in South Africa, and going through these patches of racism in the country. Yes, and when I came here to Namibia, the whole point was to meet, to visit His Excellency and Dr. Sam Nujoma, the founding father of Namibia. That's what I wanted. And then I met Shikongo, was the founding mayor of, I don't know if you were born in that time.
Probably not.
Probably not. He was the founding mayor of Windhoek.
But of course, I know about Shikongo. He's the founding mayor.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, I wasn't born. But yes, history
So,
and education, of course.
Yeah. So I said, I would like to meet, He said, what do you want to do here in Namibia? I said, I want to promote reading culture, because I heard that he loved education. He loved education. He loves reading. He emphasized the importance and the understanding, recognizing that education is the key and knowledge is the key, nothing else. Like myself, I used to go around looking for anything that was written that had words on it. So I felt like that was resonating. He said, no, but if you want to go and read, then you don't need to see
the founding president.
The founding president. Then he said, go see the Minister of Education. At that particular moment, time and period, the Minister of Education was, His Excellency, the current leadership, Dr. Bumba, Nangola. So I went to see him, took pictures and things like that. He said, okay, you can go into schools, and I start promoting reading culture, doing exactly what the founding father of Namibia wanted us to do. But I think he exalted actually the leadership.
Yeah. And I wanted to talk to you about that, CLEO. You have a very interesting journey, being born and raised in Malawi, pardon me, and of course, you've spent some time in South Africa. Yeah. You've traversed, I'm sure, through countries like
37 countries across the world.
Tanzania, I'm sure you've been to the Zambias,
Kenya.
I'm sure. And, the name Sam Nujoma did not just resonate within the corners of Namibia. Yeah. It resonated within the corners of SADC. It resonated within the corners of the African continent. Yeah. Talk to us about how you saw that impact, that influence, being born and raised about Malawi, talking about, your own challenges in Malawi at the time, Whoa,
wow. Yeah, the thing is, that's why I feel it's very important to pay tribute to Sam Nujoma because he didn't do what Kamuzu Banda did to us, you know. Growing up there wasn't really good because, like, Sam Nujoma didn't say you have to carry a card, so you had to have like an ID, but the face of on the ID had to be of the President Kamuzu Banda. So Sam Nujoma didn't say that, didn't do that, didn't say, okay, you guys, you're gonna have we're gonna have ID, but I'm gonna have my picture on the ID. Yeah, and that time he had Malawi Young Pioneers, so it was like. So Sam Nujoma didn't have his personal army or soldier to protect him. So you had like two sets of soldiers, army in Malawi. One for him, Kamuzu Banda, Malawi Young Pioneer, which was really patronizing people. And women could not wear pants, at all. Yeah. You would be whipped or you'd be fed to alligators. And we heard he had crocodiles. So Sam Nujoma did not hunt people down to America and bomb their cars. Kamuzu Banda hunted people, all those people that wanted multi-party system in the country. Yeah. They were hunted down and their cars were, bombed. It didn't matter which country you ran from.
And there was such a strange phenomenon at that point in time where, you had countries, even here within SADC that were liberated, countries that have seen independence fairly early. Yeah. You look at the Zambias, for instance, etc. And you still had other countries, like the Malawis, like the Angolas that had civil wars going on during the 70s. Namibia was still occupied by colonial forces, etc. Yeah. How weird was that for you growing up, knowing that there are some of the countries that are free, that are liberated, and then there's still other countries that are oppressed. But then you also hear about these names of Sam Nujoma, etc., trying to liberate their countries. Yeah.
So that's interesting that you did ask that question. I like your curiosity. It's very precious. People talk about liberation struggle, everywhere. And I wanted to mention that people talk about liberation struggle. But I think Kamuzu Banda had invested most of the money he earned, in South Africa, in the same government, the white people's government. So he didn't seem to be supporting the liberation struggle. Even in the background, we didn't hear much of that. He would go actually to America to try to liberate Americans. Civil rights. I don't know if you've ever heard about civil rights.
Yes, I have.
Yes. So he would go there. The videos out there of him, Kamuzu Banda, talking. I mean, these things are still happening now, even with the current leadership of Malawi, whereby the president ran quickly to America, to go talk about African, but not being here to liberate its own people. So growing up that particular time and knowing very well, look, it's not only it happened in the past. I keep hearing this, that we are liberated. It's not done. Yep. And here in Namibia, I think it's done. That's why I keep coming to this country, because I feel right now, this is the only country. I've been here close to 20 years, coming in and out and promoting reading culture, contributing and doing my part. I think I'm one of the few Africans who come here, don't do mining, but coming here to to give an input. So going back to your question, it's still happening. I was beaten up in South Africa. I was kidnapped in South Africa by the white people just because I had a friend. And, when I was young, I had this white girl that I used to go to the library and read books because I loved reading. Yes. I loved the education. Yeah. I wanted to accomplish this. Yes. And I was a reading ambassador at that particular time. So I was kidnapped by 4 white people. You couldn't even associate
with white people.
Yeah. I lived in a place that was most dangerous place, like a Brixton in Joburg, when white people were there. So the police station was manned by the white people. So I knew this almost like a first hand of what was happening because I was one of them. They said, Kafara, Nelson Mandela, we hate Nelson Mandela. We hate black people. You are Kafara, you're a black person. I said, I am brown. I am not black. And you're not a white because white color is different. So, of course, at that particular time, this is why it makes Namibia to be special.
A special
You
country.
Can obviously say, oh, no, Sam Nujoma, didn't do much. Of course, nobody's perfect. But remember, we know Namibia because of Dr. St. Nujoma. We know him because of that. And he didn't do, once again, what others did. I suffered when I went to China. I lived in China for 4 years.
Just of course, Cleo, I think you can talk to us about your story all day. But of course, just to underscore, the contributions and the significance of the role that Sam Nujoma played, you've composed a poem entitled The Legend, which you will, of course, recite to us in a bit. But before that, just briefly, could you talk to us about, in essence, what this poem says about Sam Nujoma?
Yeah, this poem actually talks more about, him being the legend, the legacy. You have to remember that we need a story. We need Namibian story. We need African story. We need a SADC story. The nature puts everybody on earth. The nature is looking for one person. We need an artist. We need an innovator. We need a leader. We need a mother. We need a boss. So that's why this poem makes it to be important because of the icon. And that's why the poem is called The Legend. Because there isn't any. We know that it's going to, whether you deny or not, Sam Nujoma's name, the legacy, is going to be in history books. When you go to school, you're going to learn about the history of Namibia. You're going to learn about, Dr. Sam Nujoma. So that's why it's The Legend.
Absolutely.
It's titled in such manner.
Cleo, I now give you the reins of the show as you, of course, recite this poem, The Legend, for us. Here, of course, is that performance by CLEO BONNY with the poem entitled The Legend.
Hi, 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 Moloba of Wetu, Hail our Father, Umseki, was a Namibia, founder of Namibia. In the name of Jesus, Ikawe lama kawe, siyavuma, ndiyakuxelela. Ikawe lama kawe, lase Namibia, ndiyaxalela. I will listen, nesiXhosa, my language. Celebration of legacy. Awukho enqobeni, you are not in the grave, usaphila. Siyaqhubeka. We are moving forward. Hamba kakuhle, Tata Sam Nujoma, Father Sam Nujoma. Liberation hero. Uye, uyelele mama. Shh, shh. Whispers from our ancestors. Woo! Voices rising in the night. Sharp and bright, scars on the land, no kizzy. We stand united, hand in hand. Remember, a leader, true facts. He's the plague. At 95, the last of the real ones gone today. Raise your fists, for freedom hit the sky. We ride, stimela, choo 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 choo. Oh yeah. Uyelele mama, the pain, the L lows, the W's win. You're gonna rise from the ashes for the future, for the moms, for the kids, for the dreams. Straight facts for the elders' songs. I'm a warrior. He was a warrior. From freedom, for freedom is power. So wave the flag, let the music slap. We're gonna get down, we're gonna get down. Freedom is a journey. The only path, love is our fuel. We march together at ease, attention, march forward to the top. The elders, the legacy, the sun sets on a land of the old, where there are stories we have been told. Journey from Zambia, hills, Tanzania's shores, they were old at death. Here are the receipts. Daniel Arab Moyo, Kenya, died at 95. Respect. His Excellency Dr. Sam Nujoma, Namibia, died at 95. The GOAT and icon, Nelson Mandela, South Africa, died at 95. Iconic, Robert Mugabe, keep your Britain, I keep my Zimbabwe, died at 95. A true leader, Kenneth Kaunda, Zambia, died at 97. A real OG, a new taste. the sense of time, a lullaby, la la la. Their story is told both old and bold. Dr. Sam Nujoma, a beating heart, 95 years, the light, a life complete, a nation shaped, a vision clear, a rise and fall, nation's agent call, a life well lived, a battle won, challenges faced, the work was done, a legacy vast, lasting grace. So let us honor a leader's heart. My condolences and the respect. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
CLEO BONNY, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank
you for sharing your talent with us. Thank you for sharing this poem with us. Of course, absolutely love it. Thank you for being here with us here.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you.
There you have it. Poet, that is CLEO BONNY with the poem entitled The Legend. Of course, paying tribute to the legacy of founding president, that's Dr. Sam Nujoma. CLEO was born originally in Malawi, of course, and has traversed not only the African continent, but the globe as well, saying that the name Sam Nujoma truly rings true in all corners, not only of the African continent, but the globe. So stay with us.